All right, there we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. I'm starting this about 2 minutes early because I want to go get myself something to eat. But before that, Horror Breakdown, there you go. You're back to being in first place. Welcome. Always a pleasure. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And today, I got a one package and one letter that I got from two of you guys out there, or girls. Actually, it's one of each, at least I think so. But I don't know what is in them, so I want to share them with you, do a live unboxing and unenveloping. And if anybody ever wants to send anything to me, I mean, there's no requirements. You don't have to, obviously. But if you want to, the information is in the description. So, first, before we start, I always say hello to the people that get here, and considering I, excuse me, got this ready only maybe 8 minutes ago, nice to see so many people, even though it shows only one person watching. So, Horror Breakdown, of course, welcome. Comic Addiction says, finally made a video, good to see you again. Jordan, Chris, Manny the Comic Collector, Lewis, Ben, Punisher, XS, Ray, Man the Silencer Man, always good to hear from you. One of my favorite children's cereals growing up, Captain Crunch is here. Florence is here. I have telepathy, so they must have known that. Well, this is ironic. You say your name is I Have Telepathy, and you're asking when does the show start? Well, shouldn't you know that? But it's starting now. Jake is here, and I Have Telepathy says send something to me. And Matt is here. Thanos is here, ladies and gentlemen. So be careful. If he snaps his fingers, you guys are in trouble. Richard and everybody else. Titan, James, welcome. Lots of people coming in. Comic Pro Davis, always a pleasure to see you all. So let me put on the video camera. Otherwise, it's going to be very weird and very hard to see what I will be showing. So, if anybody ever wants to mail anything to me, and like I said, it's not mandatory, you don't have to do it, but I will do a live unboxing, and if you have like a business you want to promote, or a website, or a YouTube channel, please indicate that in whatever you send, because I'll be more than happy to promote it for you. But this is the place if you want to send anything, but this is also in the description of this and every video, so if you want to pause that, you can, or you can always check with the description. And I Have Telepathy says they knew I was going to say that. Well, see, there you go. But one thing I do require is it does have to have, due to safety reasons for my family and everything, it does have to have a tracking number, and it does have to have a valid return address. If it doesn't have those things, unfortunately, I will have to send them back, because, you know, you just got to be careful these days with people on the internet, and knowing there are a few people out there that just for some reason, I guess, wish me dead or something. I don't want to give them a easier way to fulfill that wish. So we're going to start with this letter. I don't give out personal information, but I will say this is from one of my awesome subscribers named Florence. So I will only give first names, just, you know, to protect the innocent. And this was nice of her. She's actually sent me cards before. I always think that's really special. So I want a live reaction to these when I open them. Because, I mean, if somebody is going to take the time to be this kind, I mean, I want to make sure it is appreciated. And be careful, Thanos is already starting to snap here. So Captain Crunch may want to turn into Rice Krispies so he can get the crackle and pop. All right, so let me see. Okay, so she ordered one of my basic packages, so I'm not going to show that. So, in case you're not familiar with it, and thank you for that, Florence, I will make sure I have your comics ready to go by today, and I'll mail them out tomorrow for you. And I'm going to start something new. If somebody sends me a money order, and that's what she did because she doesn't have a PayPal account, if somebody mails me a money order, I will add an extra comic for free. So, the information for that is in the description. And actually, if you didn't watch the video that I did earlier this morning, so yes, 2 videos today. I have a website, a business website of mine, and I put the packages on that website, so it makes it a lot easier and more convenient, and it gives a description of each one. And I even added another package in between the gold and platinum. So check that out. They're mystery boxes, and this is the second one that she's ordered, so I would assume she's very happy with the first one, so thank you for that. So if anybody's interested in that, look in the description. So she was nice enough to send me a birthday card which is nice, but my birthday's in November, so I'll assume she's just very early for this year, so thank you for that. I appreciate that, and again, I will make sure I send that by tomorrow, so thank you. So let's get into this one. So this is, I had a conversation with one of my subscribers. I of course cross out the personal information, but the person's name is Daniel, and they were talking about, we got into a conversation, I don't know how it ended up, but we're talking about the group Kiss. I guess it was because I was wearing a Kiss t-shirt. That was my favorite band growing up. As a matter of fact, the first album, and that will show my age, that I ever got was Kiss Alive 2. And then my second album was Kiss Double Platinum. So I was always an Ace Frehley fan. Loved the band. Only saw them in concert once, and that's when they were out of their costumes. I was a little disappointed in that, but, you know, he was kind enough to say he was going to send me an original belt buckle from the Kiss Army from 1978. And it looks like they sent a lot more. So this is really nice. So this, oh my God. Maybe it is my birthday, beesh. So there's a lot of stuff in here. So we're going to open it all up. And they wrote an envelope. Well, wrote an envelope. That'd be weird. Let me see what he writes. All right, so I won't say what the contents are. I'm not going to look at that part. So I'm going to cover that because I don't want to know what's in here. I want to open it all together with you guys. Chris Barrett says, Chris, do you have the Kiss comic with the blood? No, I do not. I've tried to get that comic, but it's a little expensive. And I eventually will get it one day. I would love to get that book, but not yet. It's on my to acquire list. So he writes, my way of saying thank you for the advice that helped save me money or made me money or even helped rekindle my joy and passion for this hobby. I discovered your show during the most bleak, darkest trial of my life. And your constant theme of being positive, working towards goals, being patient, staying true to yourself, despite the talking heads that say you can't, and above all, finding joy and pleasure, even in a dog ear or day, even in a day ear book, because it was well loved and his poor condition is better than no condition. Okay, so he's basically saying about how I always talk about how, you know, low grade is better than no grade. Says, all this really resonates on a deeper level, so I thank you, sir, for all your time and effort. Sincerely, Daniel. So that's really nice. And I'll tell you something, despite some of the heat and, you know, the negative stuff I get from a few people, it's you guys that I care about. And it's nice to know that the messages that I try and send are helping for more than just comics. I mean, obviously it can help with your comic books, but I want it to be more towards life in general. Because trust me, I've seen the ups and downs. I've been through a lot. And my thing is, you could be depressed or you could be happy. You know, happy's going to help you change the situation faster than being depressed. So, I mean, considering I want to be an example, considering all the things. I mean, in this year alone, I lost 90% of my income. I lost a grandmother, lost an uncle. Could possibly lose an aunt, hopefully not. We haven't heard any updates, but she's on life support because of a heart attack. And we had that very bad problem with one of our cats who has minor heart disease. So that's a lot considering this is only April. But if I can show that even with all of that, I can still come out of it, you know, the best I can, hopefully that inspires other people as well. So I want that to be something that means something more than just comics, but you can apply it to that as well. All right, so let's get into this. I am very curious to see what this gentleman was kind enough. I mean, just the belt buckle would have been awesome enough, but it looks like this person went all out. So I'm very excited about this. So it looks like these are cards. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. I don't think I ever had these as a kid, or maybe I did and I just don't remember. He sent me a bunch of the old Kiss cards where on the back they form like a poster. I think it's actually the Destroyer, the cover of the album Destroyer, because I can almost tell by Gene Simmons' feet. See right there, I can tell that's Gene Simmons right there. But that is awesome. I don't either I don't remember collecting these as a child, or I definitely don't still have them. But yeah, this brings back memories. Because I remember the first time I ever saw Kiss. It was the weirdest thing. So yeah, so these are from the 70s. That's awesome. So I have a feeling that this is all Kiss-related themed stuff. And it's funny. I remember when my wife and I were about to get married and we were going to this, this really old church. The person there knew Kiss. And they showed me pictures of them without their hair. And it's funny to see them. They're all bald. So it was funny to see them, not like I'm used to seeing them with their makeup and all the long black hair. They actually look like grandparents. It was actually kind of funny and almost disappointing at the same time, but it was interesting to see. All right, so here is the buckle that he was talking about. This looks like it's probably brass. Very solid. So this is from, what he said was 1978. So this is an original Kiss belt buckle, which is actually very convenient because the belt buckle I have is basically worn out. So that's going to come in handy. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to use it to wear it or display it. I'm going to have to think about that. But this is amazing. All right. Ooh. Kiss by John Swenson, the greatest rock show on earth. So he sent a Kiss book, which I like this kind of book. It has a lot of pictures, so it's a lot less reading. I always love that. So it's almost like a comic book. This looks pretty old. I wonder when this came out. Let's see. This was... It's Roman numerals, I'm screwed. Oh, 1978. So I was 7 years old. About the time I started listening to Kiss was around, I think, 76, 77, 78, somewhere around there. So kind of ironic, the years that's coming from this. So, all right, so there's more, and it looks like there's even some comics, too. So, Daniel, you went way above and beyond, but I really appreciate that. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, wow. This is a... Wow. This is a Kiss interview picture disc collection. Oh, God, back in the days when they actually had the laser discs. That brings back memories when I first started karaokeing. So there is a 4 video disc set. Now I'm going to have to get a video disc player. I wonder if anybody has those anymore. And I have telepathy says I was so hurt when Peter Criss left. Yeah, when Peter and Ace left, it definitely wasn't the same. But you should have known when they left, being with all the telepathy. So yeah, so that's amazing. This I'm going to proudly display against the wall because I don't have anything. I don't have a laser disc player. But wow, that's cool. This was my favorite of the group. As a kid, I was always scared of Gene Simmons, and he kind of frightened me in a different way. A little too flamboyant for my opinion, as a child anyway. That's amazing. All right, so there's even more about this. So, you know, thank you so much for this. You made my day. I mean, considering the kind of stress I've been dealing with lately, this is a pleasant distraction, and it means a lot. So, let's see what this is. I have a feeling... All right, so we have... Oh, wow. So we have Orion of the New Gods and Alice Cooper, Alice's first comic book appearance. That's pretty darn cool. Yeah, Ace Frehley, the spaceman. Paul Stanley was the Star Child, Gene Simmons was the Demon, and Peter Criss was the Cat, which I always thought that was weird, but one of my favorite songs by Kiss is Beth. I'll sing that every now and then when I'm doing karaoke. All right, so last but not least, let's open this up. And everything was really good, packaged very well, so great job on that. And it shows. And you know what? This is another reason, like, You know, I don't expect anything like this from people, but I absolutely appreciate it. But it does go to show when you're nice to people and you're helpful and you're doing it not to try and get something, but you're doing it to be kind, karma, you know, sometimes people appreciate that and think good things can come out of it. That's why I don't understand some of the people that want to hate so much. I mean, you hate so much, you get what you give, so you tend to get that. So, you know, it pays to be nice. Just for the sake of, you know, how about making somebody's day instead of ruining it? All right, so here, wow. All right, so the original members, this is Teen Star. I wonder when this came out. So it's a Kiss-dedicated magazine. Jeez, I never had this stuff when I was a kid because I couldn't afford it. All right, so it also folds out. So it's like almost like a poster kind. Oh, it folds out even more. Oh, I don't want it to rip. So I'll open that later. But there is, it looks like a couple of posters. What is this? This one looks like it's going to rip, so I don't want to open it. I'm going to keep that one closed because part of it looks like it's going to fall off. This one looks okay. So we got a Paul Stanley poster. Let's see. I think I have a feeling it might be each one. Oh, geez, that's kind of effeminate. All right, but Peter Criss in probably not his best pose, but still very cool for Peter Criss fans. And it looks like they connect, like to almost make a giant puzzle piece, because you could see there's a thing that extends here. So I guess you could put these all together to make one big poster. Not sure if my wife would want that on the wall, but that's all right. I'll just have to, when we eventually move, I'll just have to get myself a man cave. And that's one of the reasons, by the way, why I'm selling some of my comics, which, by the way, I'll keep saying it. I'm not selling my entire collection. I'm just selling my duplicates. So if you've seen my videos, you kind of know what to expect. So there you go. Full poster. Jeez, giant size. The bottom part is Gene Simmons, and the top part is the original members, which, by the way, a little trivia, Peter Criss was actually not the original drummer. There was actually a female that tried to become the drummer, and I think before they got famous, or before they met Peter Criss, they had a woman drummer. I don't remember her name, but a little trivia for you for Kiss. So that is amazing. So posters, a couple of comic books, the buckle, which I really love. This thing's nice and heavy. Kiss book with lots of pictures. That's a beautiful thing for me. And that's amazing right there. I'm going to go through these later. And then I also want to thank Florence for ordering. Oh, and I almost forgot the 4 laser discs. That's awesome. And Florence ordered one of the, which package did she order? She did the, oh, it's written down on the card. The basic package, which is fine. I mean, you get whatever you think is best for you. So I'm going to make sure I take care of that right away. So before I leave, I always want to make sure I give a surprise subscriber shout out. I want to thank both Florence and Daniel for this amazing, amazing stuff. So this was all the contents that he sent. I didn't want to look at that, but I'm glad to know that I'm inspiring people and helping people. I mean, that means a lot. And if more people did that in this world, what a better place this would be. So I can't thank you enough for that. And again, if anybody ever wants to send anything, you're more than welcome to. Even original art, because as you can see, and one of them fell. But people sent me, like even that's an original painting that somebody made for me. And I proudly put it on the wall. So if you're an artist, you know, you want to make a drawing. I love like medieval dragons. So that'd be give somebody something inspirational. So maybe you could have like Deadpool or something riding a dragon. I don't know. I'm sure you'll use your imagination. So if you ever wanted to send something, the link for the address is in the description. Like I said, you do have to have a return address and tracking number because, you know, just for safety reasons. And I want to make sure I do today's surprise subscriber shout out. So Florence, you're getting a shout out. Daniel, you're getting a shout out. And I have to, because they'll probably know it's coming. I have telepathy. You are going to get today's surprise subscriber shout out. But it won't be a surprise for you because you probably knew it was coming. Richard McDowell says, Chris, are you familiar with Wicked Lester? Sounds familiar. I would have to look that up a little bit, but that name definitely sounds familiar. Yeah, I'll check into it. So Jerry P says, can't beat the 4 original Kiss. They never replaced Ace. Absolutely agree. I mean, it was an amazing group for its time. Many people tried to copy it, and, you know, if you're going to watch a copy, you'd better off watching the original. So thank you very much. You guys made my day. Florence, I'm going to get your comics, and because you paid by money order, I'm going to add an extra comic for you. And he says, Jerry P says, Richard, Paul, and Gene's first band. That's where it's from. Okay. I thought that sounded familiar. So, say a little more Kiss trivia. All right, guys. So, if you haven't seen my earlier video today, I hope you check it out. I hope you will share and like this video, because when you like it, it shows me you appreciate what I'm doing. So, I'm making sure I'm giving you guys the contents that you want. So, any suggestions for stuff, you're more than welcome to put it in the comments section. Please give a shout out to Florence and Daniel when this uploads. Show them the love, and to thank everybody for being a part of this. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the other video I made earlier. And you guys are helping me get through some very difficult times. So thank you for that. Love you all, and I hope you all have a great night. Peace out.